Paradigm Shift TV 314. DMG the Poet. The best. Trust me. Any type of knowledge you need, anything you want to see, check them out. Paradigm Shift TV 314. Peace.
Welcome back to another episode of Paradigm Shift TV 314. And y'all already know what it is. I got Captain Dagal in the building. Y'all know that the debate is coming up on August the 28th. Y'all better be in the building. We already did Brother Piyunki preliminary. It's Captain Dagal time to go. And y'all already know that I go by the name of Nobody. Always trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody, and that is Jesus the Christ. We're not going to waste no time. I know y'all been waiting on this. We're going to jump right into it. Captain 10K, what's up, my brother? How you doing today, bro?
Hey, Shalom, Mark, what's going on?
Oh, man, not a whole lot.
I feel you. Another ISUPK takeover, you understand? We taking over Paradigm Shift TV 314 again. You understand?
Again.
Yeah, I'm right.
I understand. All right, man. Say, you already know what this is, man. I just want to set you up, ask you a couple of questions, man. Now, I don't want you to give away your ammo, man. I just want you just to give them a taste of it. Let them know how hard you finna hit Brother Piyunki. Let them know it's finna be blood all on the floor, all on the walls and everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let me ask you this. Knowing that the majority of viewers on this channel is pro-African, I know you know that. How do you think, what do you think that you are going to be able to present to convince them without a shadow of a doubt that they've been lied to, that we are not Africans, but we are Israelites?
Well, one thing that I'm going to show them is the truth. That's why we are the home of it. You understand? That's why this is called the home of the truth, because that's what we deal with. You know, it sounds good to be an African, I guess. You understand? Maybe there's something good about it. I don't know. But me, myself, once I was shown the truth, you know, I mean, I had no choice but to roll with that. You know, at one time I thought I was African American. You know, I fell for the same lies. You know, but once I was shown the truth, that opened up my eyes, man, and I just couldn't close them. You know what I'm saying? After that, I couldn't go back to sleep. It's like when you wake up, right? You're going to work. You know, you got to go to work. You got to go to your slave, and you turn on, you know, that alarm dinging, dang, getting you. You know, you can't go back to sleep. You're gonna be late. You're gonna get fired on your day off. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get fired on your day off. So I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back to sleep, man. You know, so what we're gonna bring out is we're gonna bring out facts. We're gonna bring out the truth. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna use multiple sources, you know, to support what's actually in the Bible. You know, the Bible says that we are not Africans, that the people that arrived here in America on slave ships are Israelites, and there's no way that you can deny it. It's in the Bible, records written thousands of years ago, found in caves, not given to us about by a white man, like what they claim. Now the white man took the book and then put it in his stores, Cabal, and sell them out of every damn store. Walmart got them, Family Dollar got them, hell, Dollar Tree got them. You know what I'm saying? You can buy a Bible for $1 out of Dollar Tree.
Right.
You understand? But he didn't give us he didn't write that down. You know what I'm saying? When you go in there, the prominent people that's in there is not white. They're not white. They're not Arab. They're not Chinese. They're not, you understand? Korean. They're not Japanese. They're not East Indian. They are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're Israelites, the children of God. You understand?
Okay. So you know that we have a diverse audience. You know, we got atheists, we got Kemetic people, we got Christians, 5%ers, Qurans, and all that. So, but for the ones who may not believe in the Bible, you know, the non-believers, what do you think that you have to present to them that would convince them?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of non-believers still believe in history. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They believe in history. You know, they'll turn around and go with facts. You know, even though they may deny the Bible, they still go with facts, right? So once I show them some other facts, right, to where, you know what I'm saying, it would line up with what the Bible says, you can't deny the proof now. You understand? That's one thing you can't deny is a fact. Now the thing about them was showing them that, okay, the Bible says this, but then, you know, history and this source and that source says the same thing.
Right.
So how could what's in the Bible be a lie when it was prophesied thousands of years before it even happened? You know, and Lord will, those people, you know, that's viewing, that's watching, are going to turn around and say, you know what, these guys under Commander Jimmy Hunt and ISUPK, they absolutely have the truth. And then they'll roll with that. And then this nation can start fixing itself. You understand? Once we turn around and come to the truth, being an African, we have not gained not what they like to say on the commercial, not one iota. You understand? We have not gained one iota from being an African, wearing a dashiki, celebrating Kwanzaa, going to go pay for a bogus DNA test that claims you're 86% African and 14% European. And then you're 9 different Africans out of that 86%.
Right.
That's confusion, man.
Right.
You understand? And Commander General Yohana has cleared up the confusion, man. The ISUPK has cleared up all confusion. You don't have to be lost. You choose to. You choose to be lost. You understand? When you deny this information that we bringing out, because it's facts. It is facts. You know, and I have dealt with people that do not believe, but I have been able to get them to see and understand some things that we talk about. You know, some things they still struggle with. You know, I know a brother, man, I tell him the greatest people in the Bible is you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You and your people. You know what I'm saying? Your descendants. And he said, but we ain't got money like that. So that's been one thing that has been difficult for me to try to get through to him as far as who has the money or not. Right. You understand? To show them that we're royalty. He's still struggling with that. But when it came to our oppressor, the white man being the devil, oh, he was right in line with that. He said, you sure ain't lying. You understand? He agreed with that. You understand? Some other things that we talked about, he agreed with that also. You know, so like I said, even though he don't believe in the Bible, he don't believe it. But we sat down, had a conversation, and we came to some agreement. So all hope is not lost just because, you know, 1 or 2 times, you know, you got to understand nobody. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people are extremely hard-headed, brother. You understand? Well, we got heads like rocks. Ain't our mothers been telling us that since we was little?
Hard-headed.
You know what I'm saying, Obama? You hard-headed, and goddamn it, it's in the Bible. Your mom. So I know you believe what your mama said, right? You understand? Because you was hard-headed. You got them whoopings over and over and over again because you didn't listen. And the Bible says the same exact thing that your mother told you. But guess what? Thousands of years before your mom was even born. Go ahead, Gabar. 1 second, nobody. Gabar wanted to say something.
And to that point, hopefully, with the people who don't believe in the Bible, right? one of the things that we aim to do is to take the spookism off the Bible. The Bible itself is a history book.
Right.
It's a history of a people. That's why there are full chapters in books that are dedicated to laws, family trees, different things like that. Because this is not what you would consider like like the Vedas, the Indians religious book, of course East Indians religious book. This isn't a religious book. This is our history.
Right.
Right. And when we take when we show them that this isn't all spookism, this is just a history of a people, that tends to help people who don't believe in the Bible, because they're what they don't believe in isn't necessarily the Bible. It's what people say about the Bible.
Right.
So when we show them the truth of what the Bible is actually saying, and again, like we keep telling people, this is our book. We wrote this. So a lot of things we wrote are metaphors, right? So it sounds like something crazy when it's really just something normal, right?
Right.
But they don't understand that. So that's another thing that we want to we will hopefully do with those people who don't believe in the Bible, so they can look at it the way it's supposed to be looked at, not the way our oppressor has told us to look at it.
Yeah, I like that. As y'all know, I believe in the Bible just like y'all do. I mean, we might have different doctrines, but one thing we agree on is the Bible is real. And I debate non-believers and atheists and all that too, just to even try to, get them to come to the understanding that the Bible is true, no matter what direction you may take with it. But let's first get you to understand, hey, this is the word of God, man. Like I said, it's prophecies all throughout this thing. There's science throughout this thing. There's history throughout this thing that was predicted before any of us who walk on this earth today. You can't say that any of us can take credit for this and not say, well, hey, this is not true. I was pointing out to a brother earlier today on Facebook. He wanted to talk about science and the Big Bang Theory and all that. And I'm like, hey, and I'm of course I'm bringing out the Bible and the creation story of the Bible. And I'm like, present your best argument for the Big Bang Theory. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to bring order out of chaos and all this. And long story short, he ended up yielding to what I was saying. And I was like, all of these attributes that are in the Bible, no matter who God is, it just so happens that the God of the Bible has the attributes that a God would have based off the things that we see in reality. So I'm 100% in agreement with y'all when it comes to that and the non-believers. So to the next question, based off something you had said, Cap, a lot of those people are these people on Paradigm Shift TV who are pro-African. They do believe in African spirituality because, like you said, they're searching for some sense of fulfillment, some sense of entitlement. They feel like they've been beaten down their whole lives. And since they have been told that they are Africans their whole lives, and, that's when they find out something good about Egypt or Nubia or any country that's in Africa, they tend to cling to that. Why do you think that's the case rather than clinging to the Israelites being Black and all the fulfillment that they can get from that rather than being who people told us that we are?
Okay. Man, that's a good question, man. And I'm gonna answer that with several different things. Boy, you just brought a lot of stuff to mind when you said that. That's a good one, man. God damn, nobody. You getting better and better. You understand? Man.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Ain't no sweat. Ain't no sweat. When I remember when I was coming up, right? I used to hear. This was my mother, right? She was my stepfather. She was married to the Joneses, like literally married. They were married, right? My stepfather's last name was Jones, man. You understand? He like my second pops, and I love him, right? And he, I mean, I would, when something would happen, right? Like say for instance, when a child is trying to, when a parent is trying to explain to the child how not to be like someone else, right? And I often would hear, and it was kind of funny. Me and my mom would talk about it and joke about it. She'll say, "Don't be like the Joneses," but I was like, "But you married to him, though." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it would be a little joke between me and my mom. You know what I'm saying? But that right there, when she would say, son, don't be like the Joneses, right? That means you can't be like anyone else. You got to be who you are.
Right.
You understand? You have to be who you are. And what a parent is doing when they do that is what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the child be proud of who they are.
Right.
Right? She wants that child, you know what I'm saying? That father wants that child to have self-esteem, right? Not someone else's esteem.
Right.
You know, and see when black people, when you try to get esteem from someone else, from another source or another nation, it doesn't work. This is why we still have no self-esteem. You understand? Every time your mother told, don't be like the Jones, don't try to be like that person down the street, don't try to be like them kids at your school. You understand? You in this family, you gotta be who you are. We are who we are. You understand? And that's the same thing with our people, like you said, trying to find a sense of belonging and all of that. When will the Africans accept you so you can feel like you won with them? I haven't seen it yet. You understand? So, and this is why we have been going round and round and round trying to fit in everywhere. But have we not? We try to fit in everyone's nation. We show no, we steady pulling and pushing and tugging and fighting and dying, trying to be one with America, right? With the people that have been oppressing us since forever. We show enough trying to live or die being with them, right? And then we tried being Chinese, first Asiatic black man, that didn't work. You know what I mean? We've been trying to be Africans. What's the name of the group Africa Bambaataa was in, the little rap group? I forgot the name of the group, but they brother,
Sure.
ready to die. You understand? We make rap songs about it, walking around with ankhs and you know what I'm saying, koofies and dashikis and walking back to the motherland, all this nonsense, man. We've been trying to do everything African for a long time, nobody. And we still have not Africa's accept this. A few years ago, Africa sent a letter to African Americans here, right? And said, I don't know if you recall reading this. They said, we are tired of you all wearing our red and our black and our green. They said they're tired of it. They told the Haitians, you're not African enough.
Right.
So no, you can't join us either. You understand? The people that get rejected by everyone are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Israelites. And you just gonna have to face that fact. You understand? You're gonna have to turn around and do like what I know your mother told you to. Did you have that conversation, nobody, with your mama? Did she ever tell you that at one point? Yeah, of course. We all did. We all did. And it's not like you was just running just so lost. Mothers and fathers just wanted to keep you in line. You understand? Just wanted to make sure that you did not go off and try to be someone else. You understand? And get in some trouble. You understand? Or fail in school or whatever. They wanted you to be somebody. You understand? And guess what? Commander Junior Hanna raises us the same damn way.
Right.
We came in here and he wanted us to be somebody because we are. We're born royalty. We just don't know it. Here we go. We thinking that royalty lies in Africa. You understand? We hear all about the kings and the queens and the pictures that I've seen.
Egyptomania.
Yeah. We just we left Chicago a few weeks ago, right? And we turned around and there were just like they was just set up on the side of the road, man, with pictures. You know what I mean? And just selling them. It's a hot thing in Chicago. But guess what? Everything was African. And all of our people was flocking to all of those where you got the African, the Pharaoh and the king and all this standing there with his damn shirt off, butt naked, got his chest out. You understand? Holding on to his queen and all of that nonsense, man. When guess what? That's them. That's them and their culture and their history. Let them have it. You understand? And then you know something about Black people? You know what their history is? You know what their culture is? Crack, heroin,
That what they say? Yeah, that what they
weed,
say? That what they say?
prostitution, single parent homes, father in prison, you know what I'm saying? Mother strung out, you know, poor, eating, what Chris Tucker say, you ain't never got two things that match. Ham,
No,
no burger. You
okay,
know
let
what
me
I'm
drop a
saying?
bomb for that. Let me drop a
You
bomb
ain't
for that.
never got two. Hey, look at her coming up, boy. We ain't had two things that matched all the time. You know what I'm saying? And what did Ice Cube mother tell him? Hey, we got a milk. He said, use some water. It ain't gonna hurt.
Right.
You understand? Put a little water, put a little sugar in there, boy, it'll be nice and sweet. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's what our history has been here in this place that has destroyed us and trying to reach back and be anyone else. See, that's the thing. We've been stripped of our nationality. You understand? Our identity was beaten right up off of our backs.
Right.
And for you to get it back, man, that's strength. Not trying to go and be an African. You understand? One second, Warrior. I got you. I tried that African research too. Nobody, you hear me? And I tried to conclude that we were Africans, right? Because when I looked and, you know, I at one point, I'm making a long story short, so my brother, so he can speak. But I'll try to make a long story short here. But when I was feeling lost here, right? You know, I was believing at that point I was African American, but then there was a point in time where I wasn't feeling so African and I wasn't feeling so damn American either at all. You understand? America makes sure you don't feel American.
Right.
The Africans can't help what the white man sell out the store.
Right.
You understand? To make you feel like you him, you know. But I turned around and started doing some research to find out who I was. I was feeling out of place. And when I turned around and concluded my research, I came home, told my family, I said, well, we're Africans, right? Because that's all that was out there at the surface. You understand? And when I came into the truth, a few short years after I asked my sons, you understand, I was sitting around with them. And because my daughters, they was out with their mother. And me and my sons was sitting around talking, and I asked them, you know, because now we Israelites now.
Right.
You understand? We threw the African garbage in the truck. I'm glad I didn't buy any dashikis. You understand? I'm glad I didn't buy any unks.
Right.
I'm glad I didn't start worshiping them African gods. I was getting tired of Caesar Borgia, the white Jesus. I was tired of him. So I didn't want to pick up no more gods but the one that I was supposed to be serving. And so I turned around and I asked my sons, I asked my oldest son, I said, son, when I came, because they rocking the shield, you understand? They UPK, right? And then I asked my sons, I said, son, did you believe me when I told you we was Africans? He said, nope. You understand? I was like, no. You understand? Plain, simple and plain as it can be. I was all right. So then I asked my other son, that's a few years younger than him. I said, son, when I told you we were African, did you believe it? He said, I didn't believe it. He said, but because you my daddy, I just roll with you. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. And now he rolling with his daddy in the truth. But I turn around and I think about that. You know what I mean? Because this is what gave me strength, not Africa. I still felt like I was lost. I still did not feel tied to Africa. I did some business with some Africans, and they let me know that it was business only. You understand? No family, no friends. You understand? No, none of that about it. Nothing, nowhere remotely close to being family with them. And a bunch of them. I did a business with a bunch of Africans. You understand? But I never felt like family. But once the truth was broken down to me with more than one source, not just the Bible to prove what's in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? So once that's what gave me strength, man. You understand? Not trying to, be. I ain't gonna lie. I did actually try to be African. Not as much as other people. I didn't go as far as others did.
Not much as Pianki went, huh?
Yeah, I ain't Pianki, McCloud, Emperor, Rada, Nada, Nuda, Duda, Buddha. I ain't do all that. I ain't come up with 15 names for myself. You understand? I didn't do that, But no, man. But once I was once I found my true nationality, once I found the truth, man, once the Most High woke me up to it, that's what gave me strength, not thinking I was African. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So what do Captain Cut Him Up got to add to this?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
On,
he finna cut him up. You understand?
A lot of the reason that the biggest part of the reason that most of our people tend to drift towards Africa.
Come a little close to the mic, bro.
All right, got you. Is this a little bit better?
Yeah, right there. Come on.
Okay. The reason most of our people actually tend to drift towards African spirituality is because, like every other person on the planet Earth, we want to worship a God that looks like us. We tired of worshiping our oppressor. We tired of worshiping the cop that's killing us every day. We see a police officer and we see white Jesus, right? We want to worship like any other person. There's no other nation that bows down to their oppressor and worships them in the way that we do. Right. So those who go towards African spirituality, they know that Christianity has lied to them. And so they start to go towards something like that is theirs, something they believe is their own and came from them. Right. When that's the entire purpose of us dispelling the myths about the Bible and showing the truth of the people in the Bible. Like, no, there's a reason you have such an affinity towards the Bible. It's because this is your book. It calls to you. Africans aren't as spiritual as we like to make it out to be. There are some that are very spiritual. There are some tribes that are heavily spiritual. There are others that are just pragmatic. They're mostly just pragmatic. The reason all of our people are so drawn to what we call spirituality, or some people think of as religion, is because we're directly tied to the Most High God, and it's born in us. That's why we search for religions or we search for a belief system, because it's in us.
Right.
It's difficult to find, and even if you find a black so-called atheist, they actually believe in a higher power. They just don't believe in a name for a higher power. You see what I'm saying? They believe in something, but they don't have an exact thing to put on it. Why? Because they are the people of the book. They are the children of the Most High God.
Yeah, right.
So they have a natural draw to it.
They say we are the most people on earth. They do still. They say that.
Right. And that's why they are drawn towards the African spirituality. Because we understand that worshiping a God that looks like us is only right. And then when we read the Bible, we see that the Most High God has hair of the pure wool, right? And Christ himself is a dark-skinned man, and the angels are the color of lit coals. Like we see everything black in the Bible, but that has been hidden from us. We've been overwhelmed with images of white Jesus and white God and white angels. So of course, a black person who's beginning to find that level of esteem about themselves, they're going to reject that image because that's not anything to be worshiped. That's not anything to be deified, right? So that's why we that's why we see so many of our people actually drifting towards those beliefs.
Nice answer, bro. Nice answer.
And when you think about it, when you look at every nation of people and their God looks like them. You understand? Yeah. Their God looks like them. And guess what? The description of our God is in the Bible. And guess who he looks like? Us.
I like it.
Our king looks like us.
Right.
He don't look like the picture that they gave, our great grandmothers a long time ago. He don't look like him.
That's true. That's true.
But the white man, guess what? And think about something else, nobody. You know how in the Vatican, right? They got the true pictures of Christ, the original artifacts and pictures long time ago, paintings and things like that, of Christ and of the apostles, the disciples. You understand? The angels, God, everybody being black.
They even bow to a black Madonna. Yeah, not a white
Madonna. Absolutely. But they'll never do that in public though. You understand? They ain't gonna do that in public.
That's true. Okay.
In public, they gave you that white boy. You understand? And said, this is God. This is your savior right here. You understand? And meanwhile, they got they got sculptures of little boys giving the priests some fellatio
On the
in the
wall.
Vatican as well.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right outside.
So, and these are the people that we following. So like what Cabal has said, you know, a lot of people that's in African spirituality, that's Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you know what I'm saying, that are our people, they in there because they know Christianity is a lie. They know that them pastors been lying. You understand? So, you know, that, and that's a good thing that they got out of their Christian church. That's actually a good thing. Now, the next thing to do is to come on home. Don't waste your time trying to find something else to fit in. And then you're not going to fit in. I know the people that's in, you know, African spirituality or think they African, I know they're not comfortable in that. Ain't that the saying of Black people is I'm comfortable in the skin that I'm in?
Right.
You understand me? Then I'm fine being me. And I know
mean,
you not
a lot of them
fine.
don't even practice it. A lot of them don't even practice it. They just use it as an excuse for why they don't believe in life.
They just talk that talk. They ain't doing none of it. Because think about it. If we start bringing up true African culture, I bet you nobody that think they African that's over here would do it.
Like
You
cow
understand?
booty blow.
Hey, come on,
cow booty
nobody.
blowing.
You understand? Let a cow. Hey, come on. Let a cow urinate all over you. You take a bath, and then don't take a bath afterward. You just walk around like that. You understand? That's true African culture. Now, I listen, nobody. For all of the people that's on Paradigm Shift TV 314, that is African and Pan-African and sub-African, and you understand, whatever kind of African you are, go and get down with the real culture.
Right.
Don't do that. Like you said, nobody. Listen, you said you know they take their faces, they put their whole faces and mouths up a cow's behind, so that it can sit and defecate right there on them and in their face and in their mouth. That's real African culture. Don't do that. And I bet you they say, oh no, I ain't finna do that. Like you said, they already not practicing.
They want to practice. They want to practice new ways, bro. They want to practice new ways. They want to say, well, no, we're gonna keep this part, but not that part. But hold on, let me hit y'all with this.
Exactly.
I know y'all can go in on this part, bro.
Yeah. And you know something, nobody, Black people are good for cleaning up things, right? We good for taking what somebody else started and cleaning up a little bit and make it look a little fresh. You understand? Make it look a lot better than what it started off as. You understand? And then next thing, what? Everybody's trying to copy that. Why? Because the Bible says, but the Bible says that we are the salt of the earth, man. Without us, this place will have no flavor. Understand that?
Right.
Okay, look. I got something for y'all to go in on, bro.
Go ahead, brother.
When I take my wife to the nail shop, right? If I call this woman a Chinese, she gonna correct me quick and let it be known. No, I'm Korean.
Right.
Absolutely.
If I go to this Chinese buffet restaurant and I call this waitress a Japanese, she gonna correct me real quick and say, hey, I'm a Chinese, and vice versa. Right. Why do you think Black people, knowing that there are over 50, 60 different countries in Africa, why do you think Black people are the only people who try to cling on to anybody who looks like us, but not separate ourselves from those people as other nations do?
Because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, African Americans, are the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
We lost. You understand? Nobody. I know you understand. You understand? But you're with me. We are lost, and that's what someone lost does. They try to find a home. You ever seen the commercial with the puppies? Do you see how desperate a pup? You can see it on a dog's face and how desperate they are just for a home, any home. I'll be wondering, like, damn, do they make the dogs look sad? Do they not feed them for about 5 hours or something, make them look that way? But that damn commercial, why? Because they don't have a home. And guess what? Black people the same damn way. Looking like a caged, sad ass dog. You understand? It's trying, just, you understand? They just want a home, man. You understand? And guess what? But me, I want to go to my home. That's what I wanted. You know, that's the difference, man. I didn't want to go to somebody else's house. I knew I was in somebody else's house here.
Yeah, right.
America is not my house. I knew Africa was not my house. Even though I did some research, it wasn't much because everything that was popping up was saying I was African. So I got tired of it and just said, okay, I'm African. You understand? That's what I did. That's what I did until I met Commander General Hunter. You understand? Until I met the mighty men that did extensive research, not just type no Google. Yeah. You understand? These men was actually walking back and forth to the library. You understand? Library of Congress, going through thousands and thousands of books. We got it real easy now. You can Google, you understand, right, what's in the Library of Congress, and they pop right up. You know what I mean? But I like I said, I knew that I was in somebody else's house, and it just didn't feel like home. I couldn't kick my feet up. Right. I couldn't lay back and relax. You understand? I couldn't just walk in. You know, you can't just walk in nobody's kitchen, and go in their refrigerator. Right. You understand? You can't just put your hands on the, hey man, come on. Hey, look at here. I got some family that I grew up with. God. As soon as I walk in their kitchen, if I was to reach for them, they'll be right there. Like, what you think you doing? Right. You need something? I'll get it for you. Something about that going in some me. I'm you family. You can go in there and get it if you want. I ain't tripping off that. But that's just how some of us are. Why? Because this they house. Right. You understand? And I knew being here in America that this was not my house. Right. I knew that them telling me that I was an African American was a lie. Being in somebody else's house. You understand? Being in somebody else's house, I was subject to whatever they told me. Right. And they told me I was an African American. And guess what? They lied to me in their house. Right. And those things made me wanted to get the hell up out their house, man. Yeah. And I wanted to get to my own, you know, and that's why 1 second word. That's why, you know what I'm saying, being in this truth, man, is I'm telling you, I'm here to stay. You understand? I done had offers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done had brothers, I done had sisters offer me a way out. Ain't no out. I don't want an out. Right. I'm home. You understand? And I'm with my family. So I'm good to go. Go ahead, Bob. You want to say something?
Yes, sir. Quick precept.
Go ahead. Nice and loud, word.
Kind of a concert.
This our other officer cut him up. You understand?
Okay, what's good, bro?
It's our officer Bob, man.
I'm reading out of the Apocrypha in Baruch chapter 4, verse 3. Give not thine honor to another.
Do what?
Give not thine honor to another.
Come on.
Nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Good night. Hey, that right there says that answers your question too. Nobody. You understand? Right. Give not your honor to no. I mean, man, like I said, when you realize that you are royalty, and not because you was an African king, not because you was an African queen, but because you were Yashala, right? Israel. Right. You understand? You are a prince and a princess of the power. Right. We are the only people on the planet that actually has a God, man. Right. Everybody else is made up. So why wouldn't you turn around and grab on to your culture? Like I said, don't give your honor to nobody. Guess what? You can't take what's mine, man. Just think about a father that when you turn 16, son, I'm gonna get you a car. You know, a lot of people my daddy got me one, right? When I turned 16. And everybody is promising their kids something when they turn a certain age. 16 be the biggest one because you get a license, you get to take me to stores and stuff like you drive me around. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till my other ones get that old. You understand? Because I'm gonna be wearing their ass out. I'm gonna give them a call and I'm gonna say, hey, take me to my appointment. You understand? Right. Take me to my doctor's appointment, son. You understand? But just think about that child when he hit that car.
Real quick. Go ahead, nobody. Your chat is saying that you echoing, bro. Your chat on your channel, they saying that you echoing real bad, and I just listened to it too. It's echoing.
Wearing their ass out. I'm gonna give him a call. I'm gonna say, hey, take me.
So
Okay,
I
we're
just
gonna try
want to
to
make you
fix
aware of
that.
that real quick.
I got you. Right on,
Okay.
nobody.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try to fix that real quick. But
Come on, we still going. Okay.
I got you. But real quick, let me say what I was saying, and then we'll go
my
to the
bad,
next
go ahead, bro. My bad, go ahead.
Think about when on the day when that child turns 16 and that father pulls up with that whip that he went and got for his, they still call them whips. They still call whips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah. That probably ain't gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? That's one that's gonna run for a long time. We're gonna turn around and pull up with that whip, and then your son take that whip and give it to the person that stay down the street. Now, what on earth do you think that father's gonna feel like?
Right.
Like, son, I gave you this for you, and you take it and gave it to somebody. This is your inheritance.
Right.
You understand? That's what this scripture is speaking of. Our inheritance, man, our royalty. Why are we giving it to Africans when Africans haven't been known for doing anything? Right. Africans are some of the biggest criminals. When you go in the Bible, and even today, there's some of the nastiest people that there are. They are some sexual deviants, man. Them Africans are disgusting. They are almost as worse as the white man. Yes, the white man is bad, but them Africans, they big on that homosex and child molestation and everything else. They actually I can't remember which tribe this is, but they turn around nobody, and when they get AIDS, you know what they do? What? They take those the children that they call albino. They think that those children are like some sort of god, and they have blonde curly hair, and they're real light and pale in the face, and they take them and rape them little girls and they kill them, thinking that their God is going to cure them from the AIDS that they contracted from being nasty. Oh, wow. You understand? Wow. Now, if you African, go be African. You understand? My God didn't say go do that. My God said don't be nasty so that you won't get AIDS. You understand? So we got laws that for Africans don't follow no laws. They don't follow no laws at all. You know, so I just want to make that point right there. Like what Lord Officer Bond just brought out, man, that scripture it's heavy. You understand? Because we taking what's supposed to advance us and advance us with, not give it to somebody else. You understand? And think that they're royalty, they're the best people on the planet, they're from the motherland, they're the greatest, and we just ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Because none of those.
Look, I want to see.
Go ahead, bro. Go. I'm sorry.
I want to see how prepared you are, bro. And my brother DMG might get on me for this, but oh well, man. One of the evidences that you have that we are not African come from the Zondervan dictionary, right? So if DMG come at you with hey, we know that the Zondervan family is white, and since y'all believe that the white man is the devil or that he's a liar, why do y'all believe that the Zondervan is not lying to us? How would you respond to that if he was to try to take that route? And forgive me, DMG, but I gotta be fair to my brothers, man, because we are Bible believers together, if nothing else.
No sweat. Here's the thing that DMG does not know, right? Is first off, just because you go, I'll give you this, a Bible that I went and bought recently, right? It was sold to me by a white man, right? The white man did what? He took over the entire earth, and now he stole everything. He took the food, right? He took all of the food, picked it up, and put it in his backyard. Now he's selling it to everyone, right? So you're not, you know what I'm saying? You have to get your groceries. And just so happened in this country, the thief stole it, and now you have to go buy it from the thief. You understand? That's just the way that it is here. So just because I take a source, right, and I use it, just because they're white, that doesn't mean anything. And I'm gonna tell you why. The Zondervan family and the scholars that came together, you know what they actually started off, what their reason for doing anything was. You know what their reason for starting their research was? Nobody?
No, I don't know.
I'll tell you, it was to disprove the Bible. Everything that we're teaching, they went and said, you know what? It has to be wrong. We're gonna, I mean, because guess what? Christianity works, doesn't it? You get the money, you get the tithes, you get to molest children, you get to sleep with other men's wives, you get to do whatever the hell you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being a Christian. And Zondervan, that white family, they are Christians. And they sought out to disprove the Bible because they know what they were teaching is absolutely wrong. So what they did in their findings, right? They actually proved the Bible to be true. You understand? So if that's his argument, if that's what he wants to bring up, then he can do that. You understand?
Right.
But when you go in the Bible, I mean in the Zondervan Bible dictionary, there are things that line up with the scriptures that you just cannot. You know what? One thing that they researched, baptism, right? Water baptism. It's in there. It's in there. The speaking of tongues, guess what? It's in there. And you know they said this is not real. You understand? You can't find this stuff in the Bible. That's what they said when they concluded their research. So he can turn around and say that. You know what the ISUPK teach? We don't teach some of the. You know what the Bible says that is? Vain babbling, man. Vain, worthless. No, that's not a straight line communication to God to where you're talking to God and he's communicating with you. And you're sitting there, some of. He's like, okay, keep on, do it. Go to that store. Go to that store. I'm telling you, I'm gonna send someone there for you. And guess what? I'm gonna take the wheel and I'm gonna drive you down the street. It's gonna be an accident. I'm gonna swerve the car. That's not happening. That's nonsense. You understand? So guess what? The same way we're gonna use the white man's book that he went and said, you know what, this stuff that they're teaching in the ISUPK is a lie. But then turned around and had no choice but to put the truth in his book. So we're going to use that. You understand? And there are other, like I said, we're going to use multiple sources to prove that the Bible is true. And what DMG is saying is a lie. Is that Black people here in America are Africans. It's a lie. No ties to no Africans, man. Right. None whatsoever. They don't even like us. It's a lie that that the reason the Africans hate us is because we are here and they're in Africa. We're not doing good here. Right. We're not doing good in this place, getting shot, innocent brothers and sisters and women and men and children being blown away for just simply walking across the street, for driving black. There was a brother that got shot at a funeral. He was the damn hero at the funeral and he got murdered by a white cop. He was trying to save a young sister and a child from getting hurt. And he got shot by the cops. We're not living the life here. We're not all damn celebrities where we got millions of dollars in the bank. Some brothers have no jobs. You know how many brothers in this country have no jobs? Over 52%. All right. In Africa, they choose to live in mud huts. They choose to worship whatever God they think of worship. They choose to be filthy and nasty. We didn't choose to be filthy and nasty. We didn't choose crack. We didn't choose heroin. That stuff was forced on us. We didn't choose prostitution. We didn't choose to be criminals. That stuff was forced on us, man. So DMG could, you know what I'm saying, he could say that. But you know what Zondervan is going to agree with? Me. So he can bring that up all he wants. Zondervan knows. Zondervan knows the people here in America that are descendants, sons and daughters of slaves, Zondervan know that they not African. They know it. And they put it in a book. Go ahead, Gabar.
And one thing about that, right? Here's the thing. We're going to have a scholarly debate, right?
Damn right.
Now, most scholarly research is done by white people, funded by universities.
Right.
That's to attack the source of the information. See, here's the thing. All they have to do is keep us from not following the laws of the Most High God. They can write the truth all day and all night.
Right.
As long as we don't do what we're supposed to do, then they can keep their position. No matter what we know, it matters what we do. As long as they can keep us celebrating Christmas, they can tell us who we are, and it'll change nothing.
Right.
As long as they can keep us in sin, what we know is irrelevant if we keep sinning against our God, because they can keep their position. And they know that most of us won't even read the books.
Right.
Most of us won't look at the information in the first place. They can put the. I was actually just talking about a DNA test, and there was a guy who's an Ashkenazi Jew, right? And he published online on the website about his DNA test, and he said, "I am an Ashkenazi Jew. Ashkenazis trace our lineage back to the region between Russia and France." Now, if he's an Ashkenazi Jew, those so-called Jews, if he was truly those of the Bible, he would say, we trace our genealogy back to the biblical Hebrews. But he doesn't. He traces it back to exactly where we say that he traces it to. The Caucasus Mountains in Georgia, Russia. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to be called racist and a hate group for saying it. Why? Because we've read the knowledge that they put out there. We've read these scholarly research.
Right.
So just because Zondervan has done scholarly research, we're not going to discredit them because of their race. We're going to look at the information and take the information for what it is.
Absolutely.
As y'all can see, don't forget, y'all, this debate is coming up on August the 28th. Man, y'all better be in the building. As y'all can see, it don't matter what question I throw at Cap, he got his team with him, and hey, they knocking them down like dominoes, man, knocking them down like bowling pins. They ain't leaving no pins up. We ain't getting no sperm. It's straight strikes all day, right down the line. Strikes all day, every day, man. Well, say, man, some people supposed to be jumping on, if I'm not mistaken, but if y'all, I know y'all live right now, so if y'all have any questions in y'all chat as pertaining to the debate that's coming up, if y'all want to answer any of those questions, I want to give y'all the opportunity to go on and do that, if that's the case, or if anybody want to call in from y'all side.
No sweat. I don't think we got no questions on our end.
Okay,
they already know we the home of the truth.
The home of the truth, man. And say, man, I don't want to hold y'all too long, man, because like I say, I mean, it's not too many questions I can ask you without. I don't want you to give away your ammo, man. I want you to leave again, blood all over the walls, blood all over the floor, man. I know you probably got some tricks up your sleeve that DMG probably ain't prepared for it, and just know, outside of a tag team debate that DMG had with me and my co-host, this will be DMG first debate on his channel, bro. So, hey, man, feel honored, bro. And hey, man, don't leave nothing uncovered, bro. Hit them from all angles, bro. Don't waste too much time talking about stuff that's off topic, bro. If you got a picture that if somebody asking you what's 1 + 1, if you got to show one slide that got one finger on it, and then show another slide that got another finger on it, and then put them together and it show 2 fingers, hit them with that every chance you get, bro. You know what I'm saying? just keep your foot on his neck, bro. Don't let him up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody. You ever seen a Gatling gun?
Yeah.
That's what we coming with.
Right.
You understand? That's what we coming with. You know the word they just heard about 1 million times. Put a big ass box on the side, on my side, right? You see these big boxes I got on the side of me. They ready to start shooting already. You understand?
Just feeding the bullets to the tank.
we stay locked and loaded, man. You understand? This is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, the one and only home of the truth.
Right.
You understand? You see, we don't back down from nobody. We take on everybody. You understand? And we win every single time, man. And this win, DMG, that's my brother, man. He's an excellent brother. I like him. You understand? A lot. I love my brother. But I'm a Gatling gun his ass in this debate. You understand? I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to do. All right. So like I said, man, it's going down, man. And like Cabal just said, we're bringing, we're not bringing opinions, man. We've done scholarly research. We learn from the best, the men over us. We don't just go with an opinion. In order to prove that you're African, you got to have more than a DNA now. You got to have more than a bogus, confusing DNA test to say that, and we're going to show just how lame that DNA test is. You understand? We're going to show just how lame, we're going to show him just how much he don't know how DNA works. You understand? He think he know how it works because he's, matter of fact, wait a minute. Hold on, nobody. These white people that gave him his DNA test and told him he African. African didn't tell him he was African. Don't go too hard, Captain. Don't go too hard. Told him he was African. Come on, nobody. Right. You understand? He trusts that. He trusts that. But he gonna not.
Dr. Ben didn't come up with no DNA test. Dr. Clark didn't come up with no DNA test.
Come on, nobody. Come on, I'm telling you, I'm going to Gatling gun his ass. You understand? I'm going to be fiery and he gonna get hit all over. I'm telling you. You understand? So so you see right there, he can't come with that. He better not bring that up. I hope he's watching. And I hope he don't bring that up.
You know he is, bro. You know he is.
I mean, hey, and look, he better not get off track. He better not get off track, I'm telling you, because guess what? How could you trust the white man's DNA test then?
Right, you pro-black, right? Right.
Come on, you pro-black?
Pro-African.
You pro-African.
Dr. Zabi didn't come up with that DNA test.
Yeah, come on, man. You hear me? and that's nonsense. There is no test. White people don't even believe in that test. You know why white people do it? They do it for fun, man.
Right.
They believe everything. They go to what's that, tarot card readings and psychic read. They do that for fun. They don't do it because I'm lost and I really like to find my way home. Can you help me, please? They do it. They say, tell me something. They say, okay, for $49.99, I'll tell. And they throw the money on the table. They want to hear something good because they're silly. They're like children, man. White people are like children. So they do DNA tests. They do them. But guess what? It's not because I just want to know my ancestors. I want to know just how European I really am. You understand? Go ahead, Kamal.
When you really think about it, right? We're the only ones who need a DNA test. Everybody else on the earth can trace their lineage all the way back.
Right.
They can trace 40, 50 generations. Why? Because we're the only ones who've been discontinued from our heritage.
Right.
We're the only ones who've been cut off from the people that we were.
Damn right.
Right. So our history starts in slavery. Everybody else's history starts in their home country, how they developed their own land.
Come on.
They can tell you exactly which one of their ancestors was one of the founders. They can tell you all of that. Right. But we can't tell you that. That's why we need to take DNA tests. That's why we put so much into DNA tests.
Right.
You don't hear nobody else debating or arguing about DNA tests except for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
And that's why it's made up for that reason.
Right.
And that's why the accuracy of DNA tests don't really matter to them. Because they know their family. So whatever you're going to tell them, they'll look at it, okay.
Right.
But they know their family.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you're off by 20, 30% or you get the wrong tribe. Because they know what tribe they're from.
Right.
They know where their people came from.
Right.
We're the only ones who need that for answers.
Right.
I agree.
Absolutely.
So I want to give y'all
Absolutely.
something juicy to bite on. I want to give y'all something juicy to bite on before y'all give y'all closing words.
Go ahead, nobody.
I know y'all heard about the recent allegations about Brother Polite. I know y'all heard about
Sure.
that. Now, y'all know that Brother Polite is one of these pro-African dudes, and a lot of the pro-African people look up to this dude. How do y'all feel about that, man, as pertaining to his followers that are pro-African, and how do you think that tie into the conversation?
Okay. That situation is absolutely disgusting, and I believe he did it. And I'm gonna tell you why. You understand? Now I'm not accusing him of doing it. I'm not saying that he absolutely did it, but what I am saying is I can believe it, and I'm gonna tell you why I can believe it. From the first off, this isn't his first allegation.
Right. True.
Right.
True.
This is the second or third allegation of molestation. His wife's daughters, not someone outside, but someone right in the home with him. Right. So this isn't the first one. Then the story, the fact that you actually asked your woman to take a 14-year-old little girl to a after party at a club.
Right.
That right there, it just is I can't even see. I wouldn't even ask my own 14-year-old to come go to the club with me.
Right.
And I would never think to do any harm to them at all. I wouldn't even ask my own child to go to a club with me.
Yeah.
You understand? At 14. Like, what are you trying to expose this child to? What are you trying to get this child to do? Right. And you're taking them to a club, right? Then supposedly from the report, they actually found his semen on her clothes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what they said. They said they actually found his semen on her clothes.
I got the police report. I got it.
Absolutely. To even hear that you were asking a 14-year-old little girl to put your penis in her mouth, to touch her in her thighs and all over her. I mean, I touch my daughter right around the arms and back when I give her a hug.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
We have Pianki Patad Nephrom Wright in the building. But before you come on, my brother, let my brother Captain Team K finish his thought. Go ahead, Cap.
Right. And I'll wrap it up quick. Like I said, when I hug my baby, I grab her arms and around her back. You know what I'm saying? I'm never touching somebody else's child. I'm not even touching them in that way. You understand? That's what God said you can have a wife for.
Right.
So you touch her wherever you want to. I'm sure she'll like it. Yeah, right. You understand? I'm sure she'll like that. And she's old enough to receive. She wants it.
Right.
You understand? A kid don't want that, man. You understand? And to force that on a child is ridiculous. And then just the stuff surrounding the case. And then the hotel was closed. I mean, not the hotel. The club was actually closed. And then he takes her to a hotel, right? Then they found drugs. What did they find? Drugs or alcohol, or both?
No, they
alcohol.
Both. Yeah, they found drugs. Yeah, both.
They found both. Yeah, they found both drugs
both.
Drugs and alcohol in her system. Then he tried to make her throw. Don't no 14-year-old know nothing about throwing up no drugs.
Right.
They high. You understand? They've been drinking. All they know is to try to dry out before they go home, so their mama won't know. That's all they would know, not to throw up. So I believe she was coached. You understand? So this right here is just another L. You understand? For that unconscious damn community.
Right.
You understand?
Okay,
Consciousness. Ain't no consciousness in the conscious community, man. Go ahead.
I do agree with that. I want to ask you this, and based off your answer, I want Pianki to respond. Knowing that Polite was raised by a man named, if I'm not mistaken, African Bambata, right?
No, Dr. York. Hey, but that's Africa Bambaataa is another child molester. You understand?
I want to ask you, do you think that has something to do with the mind frame of
absolutely. Absolutely. And you know why I say that? You know why I say that nobody, there's a video that was actually put into I believe I don't know if it's in that group that the Paradigm Shift Facebook group. If it's not, I'll put it in there. But it was in one of them. I don't remember which one I saw it in. But there is a clip of Polite talking with someone else. And he said, even if Dr. York say that factually,
still my God.
Factually, yeah, there you go. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
He said, even if he factually molested 1,000 children, that's what he got charged with, right? 1,000 times. Yeah, he got charged with 1,000 times he molested kids. You understand? And he said, you know what? He's still my God. He said, even though, and then he tried to use Christianity, which was real coward of him, right? He gonna try to say, oh, well, even though I don't agree with that part, that's just like Christians. They don't believe with some of the stuff that their God does, but they still, no, they actually claim to believe everything that they say that they believe. You understand?
Let me drop a bomb.
They don't disagree with their God. Their God said that they can eat pork. They agree. You understand? Their gods say that they could be gay. They're gay. They believe. They agree. Their gods say that all they got to do is ask for forgiveness and pray over the food before they eat it. They agree. Yeah. You understand? Hey. So they not disagreeing, but him, you damn right. And the reason, and I've been, man, since this happened, right? Since this happened, I've been watching every video, you know what I'm saying, surrounding him and all of that, right? Yeah. Now, what really got me and what actually put Polite on, what actually put him on, was he took on a group of fake Israelites, GMS, right? And he challenged them on their doctrine, what we call the rape doctrine. Right. They say in the kingdom, they're going to be raping women and they're going to be molesting children. Yeah. And they actually tried to pull scriptures that supports that mess when they actually lie.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's another video where Polite challenged them. And he said, even though, he said, raping 12 and 14-year-old little girls. He said, if your brother that live like you, rock like you, get down like you, believe like you, take your 14-year-old little girl, what you go? He said, I'm gonna let him take her. Yeah, I'm gonna let him take her. That's what he said. That's what he said. And if you look at the face on Polite, you can see how disgusted he was at that. Right. But now here you are being charged, you understand, and having semen on this girl's clothes. You understand? Your semen being on her clothes, that should never happen. Right. You understand? My semen don't get on nobody it ain't supposed to be on. You understand?
I agree. No, I totally agree, bro. And I know my brother P. agree with that too. Okay.
So guess what? This is, like I said, it's just another L for that unconscious community, man. Everything is being aired out about them. Why? Because guess what? God is going to do the same thing he does to us in every religion we try to get in. He's going to smash it. Right. He's going to take the very people that you believe in, raise them up so high, had them looking good. What do you call it? A Rolls Royce? What did he call it? Debate? I mean, that little thing he did, Rolls Royce documentary. Dang. Right? He kicked back. You got charges of being molesting a child, and you kick back with your feet up, your best glasses on, your big goofy looking hat.
And talking about how much money we leaving your kids.
but you know what he said and what he sound like? He actually sound like a man that was guilty.
No, he do. He sound like he was saying
talking like, hey man, look, I did what I wanted to do. I've accomplished everything in the last 3 years. You understand?
Like he was saying his farewell, bro. He sound like he was saying his last goodbye, bro.
Yeah. Right. Look what he said.
Let me say this now. Okay, let me say this.
Go ahead.
It has been, and I've been saying this for the last month and a half. Man, people in the conscious community been getting towed up. Everybody from Polite to Sinetta to Pharaoh to a bunch of the strongholds inside the conscious community. Now, Brother Pianki, I know you waiting to go. Based on what you heard Cap say, that mindsets like Brother Polite is come from African mindsets. And I know you want to go in on that. The floor is yours, my brother.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to say what up to ISUPK St. Louis.
Yeah,
shout out to I see Officer Cut 'em Up. I don't know the other brother, but as y'all know, I call him Officer Bomb. I call him Officer Cut 'em Up because the first time I talked to him online, he sliced my ass up. So you know, but that said, I gotta disagree with my brother on a couple of things. Now, he mentioned Polite, who did something, and I'm with Cap. I believe the brother is guilty. I don't really want to hear this talk about wait till the evidence come in and all this bullshit. The semen was on this child. Right. It ain't nothing you can tell me
that's evidence
that's gonna justify your semen being on the child. Let's get that straight.
African, Bianca, but that's African though.
That ain't got nothing to do with Africa though. That ain't got nothing to do with Africa. So we not even finna we ain't even finna play around with that. That ain't got nothing to do with Africa.
That's where he's from.
Because that's where he's from. But then so where the child molesters that you brought out in your debate, but nobody from? You see what I'm saying?
They from here. They're not from Africa.
Okay, so child molestation ain't an African thing. That's a fucked up people thing. So my thing is, Polite fucked up. That ain't got nothing to do with the conscious community. That got to do with Polite. Period. Because if that's the case, what's the boy name? Nasi Yashavel. He a Hebrew. That ain't got nothing to do with the wider Hebrew community. That got to do with that brother. So we got to stop encompassing whole communities based on what one fucked up person did. That's number one. But number two, Polite can burn in hell as far as I'm concerned, if it is one, if he did that to that child. Now, I wasn't in the room, but all evidence to me that I've seen, your semen is on the child, it ain't no excuse for your semen being on a 14-year-old girl, period. And it ain't nothing nobody can tell me that's gonna make me not feel that way. I got 4 daughters and a granddaughter. So from that standpoint, you got me all the way fucked up. So Polite ain't somebody that could be around me, period. But that said, again, he does not represent the wider conscious community, because then you would have to show me where everybody in the quote unquote conscious community has exhibited this behavior, and you can't. Africa Mabata is a musician. What's his name? Dr. York, who Polite came from up under, he known to have done the same type of thing, but does he represent the wider conscious community? Like I said, if we're looking at that, then we got to say the same thing about other individuals. So now, as far as that's all I got to say about that particular part of it. But Cap dead on, basically fuck Polite, and hopefully he don't get caught in these streets around some motherfuckers like us. Period.
Like, man. And so see, so you know, again, as my brother reiterated, he's saying that even though Brother Polite may claim consciousness, he may claim Africa and all that, you can't group them all together. What do you say about that?
You can, right? And it shows just how faulty the teaching is. If you have the teachers, right? It's just like at a school. Sometimes they go into schools and see why are children failing, right? And they assess the teachers. and they assess the students. And then they come to a conclusion and say, well, this overall in this school, this is the problem. It is the teachers that are lacking in their teaching, right? So the teachers, they're going to get grouped all together, even though some might be a little better than others. If the teachers are not doing their jobs, right? These are the teachers that's falling. So what do you think the people that follow it is going to do? They're going to fall too. You understand? And this is why in the ISUPK, since 1969, we have been stand alone. You understand? You can't group us with other Israelites. Why? Because we are the home of the truth. We are actually the men that serve God. We are actually the men that follow the laws. You understand? We can go through all the group. We have already. We went through all of those Israelites and showed our people that these people are off. This one is wrong. That one is wrong. That one is wrong.
All right. Okay, I got you.
And we are right. So when you take the, like you had brought up, what's his name? Pharaoh? Nobody?
Yeah, young Pharaoh.
Yeah, he supposedly
Beat his girl.
Yeah, beat his girl. Supposedly. Like I said, I don't know if it's true yet. Yeah. It'll come out. But he did go against his woman over at white nanny of his. You understand? Yeah. But you pro-African though. And you believe that the black woman is God. But now the black woman needs to humble herself. You understand? Now that you put her on this high pedestal that she don't want to come down off of, now you want to try to tell her what to do? Now you want to tell her she's not God and she needs to be humble? And she needs to let you see your children. She needs to let you, you know what I'm saying, get this nanny and keep her. She need to stop trying to take your money and all this nonsense. You understand? This is why this is why that teaching that's being taught in the Kemet and African and all them communities, that's why they're all falling. You understand? Once a word. That's why all of those leaders are falling. The same way they are falling in the Christian church, in the Muslim mosque, all religions, it's all finna fall. It's coming. Okay. The Bible says that there has to be a falling away first. Guess what? Negroes are hard-headed, man. They don't believe nothing. Even when they see it, they don't believe. It used to be a saying, I got to see it to believe it. And even when they see it, they still turn around, shut their mouth, and walk off like they didn't see it. Like they did not see it. You understand? So yeah, you can lump them all together.
I know that you would agree that the reason why a lot of these people would fall into things like rape and other things pertaining to what you classify as African would be the reason why. I mean, the reason why would be because they don't follow the Most High. Would I be correct in that?
Absolutely.
DMG,
nobody, I mean, not nobody. Polite he's an African. God's laws, God is not his God. You understand? God is not the God of the Africans.
I 100% got you. I was segueing that to Pianki. That's why I wanted your yes or no answer. So
okay, go ahead. No sweat.
So Pianki, seeing that he's saying people who have left the Bible to follow not just Christianity or other religions, but also African religions, as in pertaining to people like Brother Polite and his allegations and others. The reason why y'all would fall subject to those things because y'all are not following the Most High. How would you address that?
Well, I call bullshit on that because I ain't raping nobody ever. And the last thing I ever would do is rape a female. And I could give a fuck about the God of the Bible. So, and if a woman don't want to give it to me, then I don't want it. And if a man, boy, whatever, think about if he look like he might violate my child, my grandchild, this show over with, or I'm gonna have to turn it over to you because y'all ain't gonna see your boy no more.
What about beating up the wives, beating up the kids, community?
Again, I ain't never put my hand on a female. Not when I believed in the so-called God of the Bible, and not since I stopped giving a fuck about it. So that don't make sense to me. You got fucked up people who do fucked up things, and it don't make no difference what they believe in, because there's some so-called Hebrews that's done some fucked up things. Whether they, I don't know if they, I'm gonna say this, I don't believe they in ISUPK. As far as I know, they not. So I will say that. And I've said in the back check group, Cap, you could verify this, and you can verify this, nobody. I've said the only Israelite group I respect is ISUPK. So I will say that. But at the same time, my leader, my mentor, Saber Amari Seneferu, stand-up man, ain't never messed around on his wife, man of straight up integrity, honesty, will not lie to you, believes in my eyes, and you can't bring suspected or accused child molester around him. So again, he practices Kemetic spirituality. So the religious or spiritual tradition of a person don't matter. What's in the heart of the person is what matters. So if a person is prone to do this type of shit, that's what the fuck they gonna do. So again, I could give a fuck about the God of the Bible or the Bible. And look, the last thing I want is a woman that don't want me. And I don't respect men who have been accused of rape, talk about rape like it's cute. That shit ain't cute to me ever. So the most egregious thing a man could do is violate a woman or a child. I don't like, it's situations where you can kill somebody and it's understandable.
Right.
If a man violates your child, that man I don't understand why George Zimmerman's still walking around this motherfucker. Me and you didn't talk about that before, nobody. I don't understand that shit. But, so that's a situation where a motherfucker should have been put down. So killing somebody is understandable. Violating a woman or a child, it's 10, 15 women to every man, and you tripping off one that told you no.
Right.
You violating children. So, and again, I could care less about the Bible. Do I respect what my brothers in ISUPK do? Absolutely. Do I respect what they believe? Absolutely. The same way I respect what you believe, because we black, but it ain't got nothing to do with a Bible. So,
okay, let me follow this.
So if that's the case, you got to put me in the same boat that you put Pharaoh and Polite in. And I ain't nothing like these soft ass, feminine ass niggas. So
are you willing to put Bianca in the same boat as them two niggas?
As far as him being a molester or a rapist, no.
Okay.
But as
so
far
it ain't got nothing to do with what they believe.
But as far as him being, as far as him being a false teacher, yes. But as far as you being a child molester, I'll never put you right there with. I'll never put you right there with Polite and say you just like him, because I never once got that about you. You understand? And no matter what you teach, right? No matter you got 9 names, right? You got 9 African names, but I never turned around and said that you just like Polite. I never got that from you, brother.
My man.
And I don't even believe you like that at all.
My man.
You understand? But you do teach Kemetic science, right?
Yes, sir.
So you're a liar, just like the rest of them.
And you know what? I respect Cap answer, but then this the question though, nobody. I respect Cap answer.
Okay. We've been on for about 2 hours, right? I don't want the prelim to sound like the debate.
All right, I got you.
Before we close
I did just hop on.
Oh, no, you good. Before we close out, I want to give y'all about 15 to 20 minutes of just a back and forth without me interrupting. But y'all be civil, so I ain't got to mute nobody. DMG, since you just came on, you started off, and y'all have a back and forth for about 15 20 minutes.
It ain't gonna be that long, because I actually told my grandson I was gonna be right back. It's my daughter and her husband anniversary, so we watching them. So I told him I was gonna be right back, and I snuck down here. So, but yeah, like I say, family, this the deal. Cap, my brother.
I don't want to hear you talk stuff, bro. No,
listen. Hold on, nobody.
He got an automatic
thing done. Let me do my shit. I'm gonna get to my shit talking. Hold on. Let me get in my. I'm gonna do my shit talking before I get in my bag, man. Hold on. Now again, Cap, my brother. That's my man. But you know, sometimes big bro gotta beat up little bro. And so that's what this debate is going to be about. It's going to be about teaching the people. Cap, I respect Cap. He respect me, but we teaching the people. And so that's who this information for. That's who this debate for. So again, sometimes big bro got to beat up little bro, and that's one of these situations. If we talking about a transatlantic slave trade, my brother Cap say DNA got to be off of the table. Based on what he said and the respect I got for him, I'll take it off the table. So now we're going to talk about the testimony of the actual people who were taken in the transatlantic slave trade, what they said about themselves. Did they say they were African or did they say they were Hebrew? When we get to the King James thing, we're going to look at the evidence. We're talking about a man that was the king of Scotland and England. And my brother say he was black. We're talking about a man that was a king of two powerful nations while the slave trade was going on, who made a profit off of the slave trade. But we saying he was a black man.
Not too much.
No, I got you. I'm not giving no evidence. I'm just talking my shit. So we're gonna see if what Cap say line up with reality or what I say line up with reality. Because again, we're talking about a king of two powerful nations who set up a company to make a profit off of the slave trade, but we saying he was one of those people. So what is he? Was he one of those people and he was just a bastard that said, fuck what my people going through, I can do something about it, but I ain't? Or was he a white boy like we know him to be? And we're going to get down to the bottom of it. Because again, this motherfucker was a king of two powerful nations while the slave trade was going on. Point blank, period. When we get down to whether the Native Americans are our people and whether or not they held slaves, we're going to get down to it. We know that the so-called five civilized tribes, the five civilized tribes traded guns, spices, crops, and all kinds of shit for our ancestors. They held our ancestors as slaves. Juneteenth, these motherfuckers riding in there to get our ancestors from these so-called five civilized tribes to bring our people, get the last of our people, make them free. So again, we just gonna talk about facts and we're gonna talk about fantasy. But again, big bro just got to beat up little bro, and he's still gonna be my brother. Close out down too. So y'all be there next Saturday to see big bro kick little bro ass, and that's all it's gonna be. African over Israelite all motherfucking day. They can keep them little hats. They can keep them funny shape, funny ass hairdos. And all that other bullshit, the candle shit, I don't want to have nothing to do with that bullshit. I take Africa over that bullshit any motherfucking day of the week. That little bitty ass country that them funny looking motherfuckers robbed them other people of. I don't want to have nothing to do with that Near East, Middle East bullshit, period. And that's all I got to say.
Okay, so give your last words, man. Let people know, even though this your channel, where they can find you at and all that, and I'm gonna give
y'all know where to find me. I'm right here, Paradigm Shift TV 314. I know right now it's being taken over by ISUPK. My homeboy Nobody, Takeover Tuesday. You know, everybody, if you black, I fuck with you. You can come on this motherfucker and speak your speech, point blank, period. So we can agree to disagree. We can have unity without uniformity. You ain't gotta believe what I believe to come on here and have a voice. So I'm right here, Paradigm Shift TV 314. I got another channel, Makaru TV 314. That's basically for African history, African spirituality. And we got my sister, Queen Mother, Inni Teray. I said I cool Kitty Haru. She got Voices of My Eye. And coming soon, we got the Temple of Het Haru YouTube channel. So we got a family over here that we building on, and we're gonna keep doing what we do. So that's all from me. Be there.
Let me give a couple of bombs.
Next Saturday, the 28th. And y'all see y'all boy come out with the victory over his little brother. Peace.
Let me give a couple of bombs for the founder of Paradigm Shift TV. A couple of them.
Hey, if I log off before my brother finishes, ain't no disrespect, but you know, grandson come first. So
I know you ain't even got to log off. We're gonna kick you off. Deuces. Cap.
Don't swear.
Cap, go give your rebuttal to everything that he said, Give your closing words and let people know where they can find you at.
Okay. First off, I'm not gonna let him weasel his way out of this ass whooping. You understand?
Right.
He's not taking anything off of the table. We're gonna keep DNA right there on the table so I can slice it and I can dice.
Oh, hey, I'm with
You
that.
understand?
I'm with
You
that, Cap.
understand?
I thought you
So-
said
so
you
don't-
wanted it all. I'm with that.
No. I ain't say I want
I'm with
nothing.
that.
You
I'm with
understand?
that.
I didn't tell you take nothing off. You
Okay,
understand?
okay, cool, cool, cool.
You just got to make it make sense. You got to prove it to be true.
It's self-explanatory, though, Cap.
I already know you
Cap,
cannot.
you the only one that don't understand.
I already know that you cannot prove it to be true. Okay, so we gonna
Go ahead, Cap. I put
skip-
him on mute,
we
Cap.
gonna-
Don't worry about him, Cap.
Hey, listen, we're gonna take DNA and we're gonna
Shut
bust
up,
it
nobody.
wide open. You understand? We're gonna take DNA and it's gonna get
Go ahead,
bust
Cap. I'll put him on mute.
wide open. All right.
Shut up, Pianki.
And then guess what else we gonna do? We're gonna take the King James theory. Now, first off, what he just said, right, was and he real mad at King James, right? To where he said King James profited. He said he was a ruler of two great nations, right? And if he was black, he calls him a race trader.
Two powerful
Right?
nations.
Two powerful nations, right? That's what he said. Two powerful nations. The king of England and Scotland, right? So he
Damn
said,
right. Damn right.
he
That's
said,
right.
this you right.
Come on,
You understand? Right. Okay. This is what Pianki said. And I'm gonna show you just how being an African makes no sense. When you're not African, right? If you're African, it makes sense.
Right.
It makes absolute sense all the way from start to finish. But I'm gonna show you how what Pianki said makes no sense. Okay. If anyone can remember what he said in the last prelim that we did, was that Africans sold other Africans into slavery.
Right.
You going for some of your ammo, Cap?
No. This already came out. This already came out.
Okay.
This came out in the last prelim.
Okay.
So, and then he tried to compare it with white on white crime, black on black crime, right? Chinese on Chinese crime,
Yeah.
Arab on Arab crime, right? So how on earth are you calling King James a race trader when you all are the biggest race traders on the goddamn planet?
Oh man.
You actually took other African tribes and sold them? The white man didn't even do that. The white man didn't even turn around. The white man went to war. You know what he said? Nobody? You know what he said? Nobody?
I got you.
You know what he said? Nobody? He said that Africans was going to war with other African tribes, right?
He
The
just
white
answered the
man
former.
went to war with other white people, and he ain't sell none of them
Right.
once they got through fighting. You understand?
Sure they did.
He wasn't that
Come on, P.
filthy.
I told you to go
You
ham
understand?
on your closing, bro. You decided.
If what Pianki said is true, which was ridiculous and as stupid as it gets,
Ridiculous.
if you sold your own people, and then you gonna get mad at King James, you profited too. What do you think the white man did to you? He didn't pay you for selling to other tribes. You didn't get paid, but you mad at King James. Why you mad at him? Because he got more money than your broke ass got. What you mad at him for? You understand?
Oh,
That's how Africans selling Africans into slavery is a lie. It is not true. It's ridiculous and it sounds stupid for a Negro here in America, a black man here in America, to even open his mouth and say such a retarded thing, man. You understand?
So Africans didn't sell other Africans into slavery. I'm glad you said that.
So you know what? you and King James, if he's a race trader, you should be his best damn friend because you're a race trader too.
Let me drop a bomb.
You understand? And then I'm gonna let Officer Cut Him Up say something also.
Officer Cut Him Up, go and get it in, man, before y'all close out.
First off, I wanted to address that
You want
part
to
earlier about
go ahead, mother man. You got it.
yeah, when he was talking about how what was the last point he made right before this one?
Say it again.
Sorry, never mind. Anyway, this debate is going to be very interesting, especially because I think he thinks we haven't heard a lot of the things that he's going to say.
Right.
Like this isn't the first time we've had these debates, and the whole King James thing, it's been proven multiple times. Like this isn't even the information for the debate, but what he was saying about King James being the ruler of those countries. By that time, England had already had a parliamentary system. The king, he was type of a leader, but he wasn't in complete control. And Parliament attempted to assassinate King James 8 times during his kingship in those only a couple of years.
Right.
He was only a king of England for a couple of years. He was a king of Scotland for a very long time, but Scotland doesn't even have a navy. So as far as him profiting or benefiting, no, he just inherited a title.
Right.
And he inherited a parliament who didn't agree with anything he did and tried to kill him.
Right.
Multiple times. The Guy Fawkes, the V for Vendetta, it's about the government trying to murder King James. Like, he wasn't in control of that government. He barely had any hold.
Right.
So saying that, he was a controller, he had no power.
Right.
That's why I said this is going to be too simple and too easy, right? You have to understand these points of history. Just because a man is a king doesn't mean he's actually ruling. He's a figurehead, right? So again, like I said, this is going to be real easy because we've had this debate before. This is the 85th time, and I've been here for like a year and a half. Like, we have this debate all the time.
Right.
It's real simple, real easy, and of course, he DMG, he's definitely my brother, right?
Right.
Enjoy coming on.
What do you say? Right.
We enjoy coming on this channel.
That's right.
That's right.
And here's the thing: the only reason, we lump him in with the conscious community. We're not saying that every person in the conscious community is a rapist. Right. We're not saying that every person in the conscious community is a murderer.
Right.
What we're saying is, if you're not teaching the truth and the moral standard that we need as a people, which is found in this Bible,
right,
then you're all leading our people astray. And it doesn't matter how you're leading them astray. It's just that you are, right? So it's not a personal thing when we say, oh, y'all all together. Well, y'all all teach something different. Y'all all teach your own principles, your own standards,
right,
your own thing. And,
right.
And this is what happens when you allow people to determine their own principles and their own moral standard.
Right.
There has to be a set moral standard that is good for our entire nation.
Right.
And you start doing the different moral standards and different beliefs. That's where the division comes from, because you wholeheartedly believe that your moral standard is better than another moral standard. So what we need to see is what standard we as a people really truly need to have. What standard we as a people would benefit us truly as a people. And the Bible has that standard, right? It's not going to be found on the walls of Egypt. It's not going to be found in some African tribe. It's not going to be found in Islam. It's only found following what the Most High God said. These are practical laws.
That's right.
Like we went over in our Sabbath service today, right? We went over some basic laws. And the basic laws we went over is you're not allowed to defraud your brother.
Damn right.
You're not allowed to be a scandal monger.
Damn right.
You're not allowed to hate your own brother and allow him to do something wrong.
Damn right.
You're supposed to stop him and correct him before he falls into that ditch.
Damn right.
Those are what is contained in our laws and our moral standards. It is against our culture to allow our brother to fall. And that's only found in our culture. Like
Right.
it's in other cultures, you find where it says don't do anything harmful.
Mhm.
But in our culture is where it says, listen, even if you see somebody else doing something harmful, it is your job, or close to doing something harmful. It is your job by law
To warn that person.
Yeah, right.
right? So that is why we lump everyone else together, because whatever you're teaching, it ain't that.
Yeah, right.
And so a situation like Polite can happen because he got to determine what was morally right to him.
Right. Right.
And that's what it leads to, right? It leads to us doing something
Right.
foul. It doesn't lead everyone to doing the exact same thing, but it does lead us away from our God. It does lead us away from our laws and our morals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
All right. So let people know where to find y'all at.
One second, nobody. Officer Bond wanted to bring something out too.
What kind? Like what the captain officer brought out so heavy, because like this debate is going to be an easy win, because these are the same things we've the last couple of weeks that we've been teaching in class. We're already locked and loaded.
Right.
And it's simple. Just like we brought out this week that with that polite thing, him raping, the Most High has rape and murder in the same, it weighs the same.
Right.
And he gonna judge it the same way.
Right.
Now if Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will listen to the ISUPK and learn these things, it wouldn't be no polite to rape nobody.
Damn right.
Damn and I got a scripture real fast I want to bring out. Proverbs 1 verse 22. And it's for anyone who dares to come up against the ISUPK in the debate.
Anybody.
And it reads.
That's right.
That was me.
Salaki, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Right.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Right.
The Most High calls you a fool. He say you hate knowledge.
That's right.
And he gonna judge you accordingly. That's all I got.
Goddamn right. You understand?
Let them know where they can find y'all at, man. We're gonna go and do it to close out. I think Priyanka share one thing, but let them know where they can find y'all at. I'm gonna let Priyanka share what he's gonna share, and I'm gonna close the show out.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna just say next week, man, on August the 28th, it's gonna be a real interesting debate. You understand? No doubt. I know that DMG, you understand, he knows he's my brother. You understand? And that's why we knocking his head off so we can come on home. You understand? And eventually he will. Okay. But the debate on the 20th is gonna be real interesting. And everybody make sure you're in the building, make sure you tune in. You understand? To Paradigm Shift TV 314, and make sure you tune in to ISUPK St. Louis. You understand? For that debate at 8 p.m. going down. You understand? Between me and another brother, not an African. He just claims he is.
Right.
And that's okay.
That's
right. Okay. he claims he is, but he ain't no damn African.
Right.
Okay. And that DNA test, I'm gonna have him share it on the screen, so we can see the results. You understand? And I'm gonna show him that he wasted his money. You understand? So it's gonna be a good debate, man. Make sure that you tuned in. And one more thing, my brother is definitely not a molester at all. You understand? Right. So that I would never put him in that category. You understand? For anybody that may have gotten that misconstrued. You understand? Because sometimes people start thinking things. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anyone to think, because if anybody was listening, paying attention, I didn't actually say that Polite did. I could, because it hasn't been totally proven yet, right? But like you said, the evidence said he had semen on her clothes. And that's all the information that need to come out. You understand? I ain't got to hear nothing. I can believe it. you know, and like Officer Cabal has said, is when you turn around and you don't have the moral standard that God set forth for you to follow,
Objective.
then you're subject to anything, man. You understand? And that's in the Bible.
That's
The
true.
Bible says when you do not do well, sin lieth at the door. You don't know what's gonna come your way.
Right.
You understand? Because you're sinning in another way, you don't know what's gonna turn around and be your fall. You very well may not be a rapist or a thief, but that might be the way you go out. You understand? You never know. This is why Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should not be gambling with sin at all.
Right.
We shouldn't be gambling in other religions at all. We shouldn't be gambling in African spirituality at all. You understand? Because it leads to other things. Just like it led his leader, Dr. York, led him to a prison sentence that no man could number. You understand? It's why it's going to turn around and lead him to one also.
Right.
You understand? So, like I said, it's gonna be a real good debate. Make sure y'all tuned in, man. And you know, we got this Gatling gun and we've been firing, and you see, we still ain't done. You understand? We still ain't, the box ain't even a fourth of the way empty. But we're gonna go ahead and close it out, man, with that. And like I said, everybody, make sure you tuned in to ISUPK.com. You understand, and get in them classes, and let's come together as a people, and as a people should.
Right. Okay, y'all, we're finna close out, but this is my brother platform. He got one more thing he want to share. We're gonna let him do that. Pianki, if you can, don't be too long-winded. Anybody who know me knows that I have to love these brothers. If you don't know, I'm missing SummerSlam right now. I'm missing SummerSlam right now. I'm missing the Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm also missing the UFC pay-per-view right now because I love these bros. As y'all can tell, we like to have fun, but we are serious about our information. Anytime you tune into this channel, man, you can be sure that we saying stuff that we believe. We ain't pumping y'all up for the smoke or none of that, man. As you can see, we all three of us might have different beliefs, but we are showing y'all unity. If we can do it, y'all can do it. Go ahead,
That's
brother.
Facts. That's facts. And real quick, hey Cap, I gotta ask, man. We gotta get Captain Cut him up. He gonna be a captain. He gonna be a captain, but Officer Cut him up. We gotta get him in a discussion with one of the other brothers, man, for real.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But let me share this real quick for the family that's watching.
You did over with the Canva app. Canva. DMGdapoet. I'm gonna sort you. See what it's about. Too.
Trust me. Any type of knowledge you need, anything you want to see, check them out. Paradigm Shift TV 314. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Just like the promo show. Y'all make sure y'all are in the building. That's August the 28th. It's going to be on a Sunday. I will be hosting. I will be moderating. As you can see, it's going to be going down between my big bro, Pianki, there from Ra, and Captain 10K of ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Man, if you ain't in the building, you must be dead, man. I'm telling y'all, it is about to go down. That has been Captain 10K Dagal. That has been my brother Pianki Patar. And then from Ra, I am a nobody who trust and believe the gospel, always trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. That is Jesus the Christ. This has been Paradigm Shift TV 314, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Shalom.
That's peace.